I've talked a good bit about a lot of the technical upgrades that we'll be making across the year too. So we do have next gen / current gen, so Gen 9 machine native builds coming to the project this year.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? So this is actually a promising video over Fallout 76 and the future for the game. There's some good news I'm going to be sharing in here. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into this. First things first, I just wanted to come out and say Bethesda responded to the disaster of the Backwoods update, and yeah, there's some fixes planned, thank goodness. In case you don't know, here are the fixes. Let me go ahead and pull them up right here. As you can see, this is from Bethesda's Discord. Hi friends, on Tuesday, March 17, 2026, 10 a.m., Fallout 76 is being brought offline on all platforms to apply an update. A few of the topics this update covers are various improvements to the Pip-Boy, shortcuts for dropping items, closing the Pip-Boy keybind, scrolling and sorting, changing the keybind for the season's menu pop-up from Control to Y, emotes, loot bags, and survival tents being reset upon login, frequent waiting for response from server messaging. Please stay tuned for the full release notes and for server status updates. Yeah, I know there's plenty more than just that, so hopefully, we see more when the update officially goes live. Now I want to get into what is the future of Fallout 76 this year. And I'm just going to share the Ask Me Anything right here, coming straight from the developers.
That things aren't winding down for Fallout 76. I saw somebody mention that they feared through some of the interviews that Fallout 76 might be slowing down because we're focusing on kind of more on making those core systems better. The game's not slowing down. The team's putting in effort. The team's upgrading systems. The team is making content more rewarding, more challenging, because this is the year of kind of like just improving Appalachia.
Yeah, we're not slowing down. We've got ideas for years and years down the road. No shortage of ideas, no shortage of folks to work on them.
What's coming down the line? How's the team thinking? What are the team's goals moving into this year? And I think that the Backwoods, which we'll talk about right after this question, contributes to a lot of those goals. But everybody's been hanging on to this phrase of thickening Appalachia. And that's gotten a lot of people thinking, because a lot of our questions were about that too. So I wanted to ask John and Bill both to kind of talk about what are the goals for the team in 2026?
I feel kind of bad having used that word thickening, because at the time that interview was taking place, it was lunchtime. I was hungry. I was thinking about hamburgers. So I was like, oh, I want like a double patty, and so I was thinking of thickening. I guess we're using that word now.
We absolutely are. I told you that I'm leaning into it because I personally love it, because it does make sense for what the team has planned.
Okay. Me or you first, Bill?
Yeah, go ahead. You can talk about the game stuff. Yeah.
Okay. So what we've noticed over the years, let me back it up a little bit more. This is the first time that BGS has made a live service Fallout game, right? So for us, a big part of this experience has been in getting to know you all, getting to know our community, getting to know what you like, what you prefer. I've used this example before in the past where I'm like, this being our first foray into a live service multiplayer Fallout game was kind of like going on a blind date, right? Where we're like, hi, we're BGS, we have a Fallout game. You're like, hi, we're the community, we want to play. It's like, well, nice to meet you, and then we'll see, become to learn a lot about one another over time. So where I'm going with that is what we've learned is that our players really love to stay within 76's Appalachia. They love to adventure there, and it's a huge space. And it keeps growing, right? The map's mutated twice with Skyline Valley, Burning Springs, maybe more down the road. We'll see. So what we're doing is we're looking at a lot of the systems and ways that players interact with Appalachia and finding ways to maybe update them, modernize them, streamline them, right? Not at the cost of additional content updates like what we get with raids and with Burning Springs. We want to kind of do that intermittently so that we give folks that big that big taste of content, and then we come in between the next beat and we do things like the Backwoods, right? Which sort of refreshes the entire map again. It's a big part of my play loop as a player, and I'm sure a lot of the folks at home listening in is going through these events and activities, right? And so, I mean, we've been doing that for years. So why not make them more challenging? Why not add surprises? Why not make them more rewarding? You know, why not do all of this? So it's, in a way, we are taking if this is the bounds of our map, right? Here, this is the bounds of our map.
Yeah.
And we're taking it and we're making the experience across the map thicker. So that there's more to do. There's more to do on that map. You know, for lack of being able to think of a better example, kind of turning it into a theme park, a Fallout theme park. There's always something to do, always something fun, always something rewarding for you to do with your friends. So when I say thickening, that's what I mean. We're taking existing experiences and making them much more rich. Much more rich. All right.
I love it.
Hey.
I love it. All right, Bill.
Yeah, first off, that prop of sticky notes is not as cool as the snake heads, by the way. So just pointing that out.
As cool as what?
It's not as cool as the snake heads.
Snake heads? Puppet right there.
Puppet.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. The snake puppet.
Oh, we forgot to introduce the AMA. Hold on.
Yeah, see? Right. Anyway, so John talked a good bit about the game.
Always good.
Yeah, love props. Love props. No, that's fine. I was going to say that, John's talked a good bit about the game there too, but, I've talked a good bit about a lot of the technical upgrades that we'll be making across the year too. So we do have next gen / current gen, so Gen 9 machine native builds coming to the project this year. That's on track. That's actually looking really good. And along with that, throughout the year, you're going to see a lot more optimizations to, lighting, reflections, shadows, and the game itself is going to get a pretty good, I say, increase in fidelity. It's going to look really good. So we've already seen some good results of that so far. So there's that. And then also just in terms of debt, it's like, look, I've never been one to shy away from saying that, like, look, we've got a game that's 7 years old. There's a lot of things that build up over the years of just technical and design debt. We're going to be knocking that stuff out too. And some of our internal folks sometimes are like, do people really want to see that we're fixing stuff? Yes, absolutely. They want to see that we're fixing stuff. They love seeing big, not that I like to see that there's a huge list of bugs that we fixed. I don't like necessarily seeing that, but the players do, and they know that we're actually listening to feedback, addressing those things, and getting them out the door for them to have a much better play experience. And so going along with the work that's going to go into the game, your day-to-day, minute-to-minute work that you're doing, there's also going to be some technical upgrades coming this year, and I think that's really important for this game to continue on. We've got ideas are certainly not short, on this product, and so. We've got a really good roadmap. John's been doing a great job of establishing some really good beats and some really good story elements here. And so we're going to keep cranking those out and continue to make the game better, both on the content side, but also the technical side.
Yeah, it's definitely as one of the many people who are involved in the process of making patch notes. I love the fact that our notes for every update are long.
So as you heard there, next gen update is planned. Coming straight from the developers, planned to come out sometime in this year. That's great. That is fantastic news, and I'm pretty sure that's what they're waiting on, at least in my head, that's what they're waiting on to give this game bigger updates, because this will overhaul the game with optimization to hopefully help it run more smooth. As you know, crashes are still a thing in this game. This game just has tons of bugs. And them getting on a next-gen update, which this will also improve PC as well, not just next-generation consoles. This is literally like a next-gen update to run better overall. They're going to be using, a new engine and stuff like that to, get the game to run better. Guess we'll see when this comes out. There's no word of when this will come out in 2026. Watch it come out December 31st, 2026. Like, we did it, guys. It came out this year. Nah, that would be so hilarious, though. Hopefully it's sometime after the Backwoods update season, because, I get it. This was something good for players that are playing the game, but this is nothing to reel in people, and it came with a lot of issues. So, yeah. Next gen update, though, is looking promising. So, yeah, that was a few things. I have more I'm going to be sharing in another video sometime. I just wanted to make this video just updating y'all about, well, they responded about the disasterist updates, and just wanted to share some promising news for the future of the game. Guess that's wrapping up this video, though, guys. Hope you all found this enjoyable. I'm out of here. As always, most importantly, appreciate you all taking the time, watching and listening. I would love to know your guys' thoughts about all this, too. Until next time, guys. Peace.